Well, guys, we are having some issues. I don't know what's going on here. I think the fuel pump might be going out on this thing. Good morning, everyone. It's still 10:13, so it's still morning. We have come out to the lake today. Joe Pool again. We're gonna test out. If you didn't see my short about my welds breaking on this boat, we put some aluminum machine screws in there to repair it, and we haven't tested it out yet, so we're gonna test it out and see. Hopefully it works first off, and then we're gonna do some fishing. It's pretty windy today. Not too bad though, but still a little bit windy. But I mean, that seems pretty typical here in Texas all the time. It's just, that's how it is. It's windy here. But it's fine. We're still gonna take the boat out, have some fun. You know what? I didn't even put any lines on this thing. I am not prepared. The thing about this dock though is there is no docks, so that kind of sucks, but other than that, it's not a bad ramp. Alright, let's go park our trailer. There she is. Start the engine. Start the motor. Make sure it starts. There's a big piece of driftwood underneath there. Huh. Very slick. So we're gonna make sure it starts before we actually go anywhere. Always want to do that. Because otherwise, you might get into some trouble. There we go. Let it warm up for a minute. Although I'm already being pushed off the dock, but that's fine. Where do we want to go? Maybe we'll go into the canal to start. Yeah, let's do that. head over to the canal, try to do a little fishing over here, and see what happens. The lake it's a little flooded right now, not too bad. We have had quite a bit of rain. So it's about a couple inches high, I think. I'm not gonna set out any catfish lines today. I don't know if I mentioned it before in any of my videos, but I probably did. There's a lot of hidden objects in this lake, canal, creek, and you have to be very careful and go pretty darn slow, because otherwise you don't want to hit something at 20 miles an hour and rip off your lower unit, because that would definitely be a bad day. Especially in this area, there's a lot of old stumps. But right now that it's high, you don't have to worry as much about it. But when it is low, the spot we just came through, there's actually, I guess it's an old culvert or something, and it can definitely ruin your day. Yeah, it's definitely high. We should go by the boat later and see what the boat looks like. That'll determine how high it is. If this is you guys' first time watching the videos, there's a sunken boat just north, and basically that's how we tell how high the water is. I mean, obviously, if you come out here enough, you can see how high the water is right now. It's not quite as high as, what was it, last year or the year before, when it was just insane. It was completely flooded, but it doesn't look, I think the fishing report said it was 2 feet higher, not 2 inches, I think I said 2 inches, 2 feet higher than normal. But the year that it actually flooded really, really bad, that whole thing, the water was up and over the bank there, and we could actually take the boat in there, which was pretty neat. Definitely can't do that now. Yeah, I think I went in right there. There's a video of that. Well, let's try our hand at fishing over here. See if we can catch any. Oh, there's a fish right there. I just seen. So, let's see. Doesn't look like there's too many people out here today. Well, I seen a snake. Don't need to catch any snakes today. Actually, you know what? I think we may, because the wind is pushing this way. So I think what we're gonna do is actually go up a little north and let the wind push me down. Well, we really didn't catch anything down here. I mean, not even a nibble or anything. So I think I'm gonna go up to the bigger part of the lake. I thought there might be some stuff down here, but what is that? Apparently not. So let's head north and see if we can catch anything up there. All right, well, you know what? I am gonna set out a couple of catfish lines. I might as well. I'm coming by this way. This is where I always set them out. Might as well go ahead and set a couple out. Maybe I'll set 2. And see what happens. I do, actually, you know what? No, I'll set 1 here and 1 at my other area. There we go. This might be a little tricky, being that the wind is blowing that way. Oh, yeah, we're not gonna make that one. Oh, no, the line's still there, so that's good. You know what, maybe we need to come in from the other side today. Let's do that. What's crazy to think is all of our lakes are full, pretty much over full. And you go down to Central Texas and they're in a drought. Oh, can we make this without... All right. All right, well, we are at our first spot that I'm gonna set out. A catfish line. Our hook isn't looking all that great, but I'm still gonna use it and see what happens. Might be fine, might not be, but we're gonna give it a shot. I do have extra hooks, but we're just gonna give it a shot and see what happens. All right, guys, so I said we were gonna stop up here by our little water measurement device here and check it out. I actually thought it would be more covered than that, but it's not. Okay. But there we go. It looks like it was high. It was higher before. I remember, yeah, because the last time I came out here, it was actually more covered. So it actually went down. Surprising. Okay, let's go set out some more catfish lines and go to the deeper part of the lake, and hopefully we can catch some bass or something, because I want to catch a fish. All right, we made it to our next spot here. My usual spot for putting up catfish lines. Oh, we're kind of sliding back here. The wind died down, apparently, when I don't need it to. Isn't that always the way? And I forgot how to tie. Should be all right. Just gonna do anything fancy here. Let's see. How deep is the water here? The water here is 6 feet. All right. So, what do I do with my hooks? There they are. Usually the wind will help keep me pushed in here, but the wind is playing games today. It wants to be windy, then it doesn't. I'm gonna have to set out a new line, a new hook, because the old one is no good. So about 6 feet. All That's about right here. That should be good. Got a little longer. There we go. That should be fine. Put on a hook here. We'll put on our little pre-made bait. It works good sometimes and sometimes it doesn't, but I like using it because it's easy. Now, obviously I could get some small shad or something in here and use it as bait, but I need to use this stuff up first anyway, so like I said, sometimes it works great and other times it doesn't, so it's really a hit or miss. There we go. Let's go ahead and throw another piece on here. And hope for the best. I don't think that first hook is gonna catch anything, honestly, because it was so degraded. One more line, and then we will actually do some fishing up in the deeper part of the lake. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, let's go. I don't have any lines on that tree, but it looks like it might be a good one to put one on, so I think we're gonna put one on it. Let's use the wind to our advantage today. There we go. Look at that. Well, bounced off. All right, let's set up another line right here. I haven't ever put a line on this one before, so looks like we're in about 10 feet of water. All right, next one is done. So let's go ahead and get off of this tree. I'm stuck on the line here. There we go. And head to the next one. Hey, apparently somebody spotted me at the boat ramp today. Sorry, man, I wasn't paying attention, so I didn't see you up there. I just read the comment, but we'll catch you next one. All right, here we go. About 23 miles an hour right now, which is pretty good. Over here, you don't have to worry about the water depth or anything because the water is so deep already. Looks like we got someone towing. That looks fun. All right, guys, we're gonna try to do a little fishing over here. Hopefully we can catch something, but if not, then we don't. Didn't do too well in the canal, but it might do better over here. find out. Felt like there was a bite there, but I guess not. I think I need to go out to the actual deeper water. That's what I was planning on doing, but I figured I'd stop here. What time is it? It's 12 o'clock. All right, yeah, let me head over there. I didn't realize it was already 12 o'clock. Then we gotta check our lines for the catfish too, so yeah, let me go ahead and do that. I didn't realize it was already 12. So. All right, let's try here. We're in about 26 feet of water right here. So we're gonna try with the worm. Guess I should have put a little bit heavier weight on there, but that's fine. All right, let's pull this up and let's go check on our catfish. See if we got anything over there. Hopefully at least that'll help us. 'Cause otherwise, we ain't got nothing. All right. Well, guys, we are having some issues. I don't know what's going on here. I think the fuel pump might be going out on this thing because it will not start and there's no fuel at the rail, so I think my fuel pump might be going out or have gone out. Hopefully I can somehow get it started and get back to the ramp. Otherwise, it's gonna be a long paddle. Well, guys, we got it started again. I think it's the fuel. It's either the fuel or the pump. I don't know which one it is, but this fuel is pretty old, so I don't think it likes it very much. But the good news is we got it started. We'll go ahead and check our lines on the way over and get back to the ramp. Well, let's get on our way and check our lines and stuff. I'm not turning it off. I don't know, maybe it got overheated. Well, no, because it's peeing pretty good, so it's just the weirdest thing. It's got to be either the fuel or the pump. I might just replace the pump just to replace it. All right, so we made it to the other side of the bridge now. So we're still gonna go check on our lines because I'm not gonna leave fish on the hook just in case there is a fish on there and let them die. So I got it started. I drained the fuel filter and then primed it again and it started, so I might check the fuel filter. Maybe it's clogged or something. Another thing I was thinking was maybe because I had ran it so hard and I didn't let it, I usually let it idle down a little bit and cool down, but I just I think I just shut it off, so that probably wasn't good. But we got it started. We're gonna check our lines and get back because it is 12:45 right now. So I gotta get back, take a shower, and then we gotta head up to Grapevine, go eat out for our birthday dinners, and then I wanted to stop by Bass Pro also and get a couple new lures. So that kind of slowed me down a little bit. All right, we made it back to the tree. Kind of came in at a bad angle here. So let's, woo, don't want to fall over. Hey, it's supposed to go in reverse. There we go. Like I said, I'm not turning the motor off this time because I learned my lesson. See if there's anything on here. Doesn't feel like it. Oh, there is. Oh, look. Little guy. Tiny, tiny, tiny little guy. Look at this guy. Little baby catfish. All right, let's let him go. Uh-oh. Oh, I gotta put you back in. And see, that's why I didn't want to not check the lines, because there might have been something on them. And then that little catfish would have died because I wouldn't have checked it, because he would have been stuck. So you always want to check your lines, even if you're having a rough day, because just for that reason. All right, we got him off. He was being a little stubborn, but we got him off. All right, on to the next one. All right, we're coming up on the next one here. Let's see, will the wind push us in? Hopefully. Well, there we go. I thought I might have had to use those today, but we got it started, thank goodness. Let's see if anything's on here. No, nothing's on this one. Oh, no, my bait got stolen though. All right, coming into number 3 here. All right, let's see if we got anything on here. Nope. Bait stolen again. All right, last line over here. See if we got anything on it. I think I put a line over here, didn't I? Well, we're about to find out. Oh, why is this so wide? Oh well, let's see, anything on? No. No, nothing on here. This hook is, yeah, I didn't think this hook was gonna do anything anyway, so, okay. Well, we caught one fish. Uh-oh, my light's gonna get knocked off. No, it's not, we're good. Okay, I lied, we're good. We got one fish today, one little catfish, which I guess is better than nothing. Right, let's go get the boat on the trailer and get home, because we got plans. All right, we made it. All right, let's get this thing on. Oh, hello, Mr. B. Don't sting me, please. Let's hope this thing starts back up. All right. Why is this wasp hanging around? All right, we made it. We are on. All right, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me see if I can figure out what's wrong with my motor. And I'll probably do a video on that. So until the next one, guys, take it easy.